In a shocking twist, Fernando Alonso has thrown in his racing helmet into the ring for a potential spot at Mercedes, eyeing up Lewis Hamilton's seat when the British speedster jets off to Ferrari in 2025. Not only that, he also had the audacity to call Hamilton a huge liar. Could we be witnessing the reignition of a legendary rivalry in the making? The Aston Martin ace spilled the beans, revealing that while Mercedes hasn't reached out to him just yet, he's revving his engines in anticipation. Flaunting his double world champion status and flexing his stellar performance from last season, Alonso made it crystal clear he's a hot commodity on the track, and rival teams are starting to take notice. Just 2 weeks back, Lewis Hamilton sent shockwaves through the Mercedes camp with the jaw-dropping news of his departure, setting his sights on the prancing horse of Ferrari for the upcoming season's end. With the champ packing his bags for Maranello, it's left the door wide open for a new face to join forces with George Russell over at the powerhouse that is Mercedes. The 8-time Constructors' Championship winning team must now navigate uncharted waters as they bid farewell to their iconic driver and brace themselves for the winds of change. At a sprightly 42, Fernando Alonso's racing pedigree speaks for itself, boasting 2 glorious titles under his belt from his glory days with Renault back in 2004 and 2005. Last season, he hitched his wagon to Aston Martin just in time to catch their rocket ride to competitiveness. But Alonso's contract with the Silverstone-based squad is set to wave the checkered flag at the end of this season. With the veteran driver's future up in the air, the paddock is buzzing with speculation about where he'll steer his talents next. Just before the debut of the AMR24, Aston Martin's latest racing marvel, Fernando Alonso pulled up to the starting line with a few words to fuel the fire. With a twinkle in his eye and the wind of possibility in his sails, Alonso made it clear his heart still beats true for Aston Martin. That being said, he didn't choose to ignore the elephant on the track either. He's well aware that Mercedes is eyeing him up like a prized trophy, and if you read between the lines, it looks like he's open to getting to know others, if you catch my meaning. When asked if he has talked to Hamilton's soon-to-be former team, he said, "On the Mercedes theme, no, nothing at all. If I want to keep racing beyond this year, the first and only talk at the beginning will be Aston Martin. I trust this project, and that will be my first priority. But if we cannot reach an agreement, I know that I am attracted to other teams. I will not stay in Formula One just to have fun. I am not that kind of person, and not that kind of driver. Let's see what the options are." Despite professing his loyalty, the rumor mill is spinning into overdrive with whispers of Alonso possibly gearing up for a Mercedes move. The fuel to the fire? None other than Alonso's manager, Flavio Briatore, who sent the Formula One world into a frenzy by sharing a snapshot of himself rubbing elbows with Mercedes bigwig Toto Wolff. With the shockwave announcement of Lewis Hamilton's impending departure to Ferrari in 2025, Mercedes team boss and part owner Toto Wolff finds himself in the hot seat. But he isn't hitting the panic button just yet. He's made it crystal clear that he won't be rushing to fill Hamilton's seat alongside rising star George Russell. Enter Fernando Alonso, the 2-time world champion with his eyes locked on the prize. With his pedigree and prowess on the track, Alonso is poised to be a frontrunner in the race for that coveted 2025 Mercedes spot. Flavio Briatore's Instagram post, capturing a cozy breakfast with Toto at Pasticceria Cova Monte Carlo, has left fans overthinking. With Fernando Alonso's name already swirling as a top contender to fill Lewis Hamilton's sizable shoes, this rendezvous between Briatore and Wolff is like throwing gasoline on a bonfire of speculation. Last season was a roaring testament to Fernando Alonso's enduring brilliance behind the wheel. Armed with a car that could slice through the competition like a hot knife through butter, Alonso proved he's still got the magic touch, snagging an impressive 6 podium finishes in the first 8 races alone. In a grand total of 8 podiums by season's end, he powered his way to a 4th-place finish in the championship standings, his best showing since his Ferrari days back in 2013. Now, with the heavyweight champions like Max Verstappen hitched to Red Bull, and Lewis Hamilton eyeing a dance with the prancing horse of Ferrari, Alonso finds himself in a league of his own. With a glittering championship title already etched on his resume, and a treasure trove of experience to boot, he stands as the lone titan available on the driver market for 2025. "I am aware of my situation, which is very unique," he said. "There are only 3 world champions on the grid, and I am the only one available for 2025, so I am in a good position." The Spaniard, who knows a thing or two about the scarlet-clad prancing horse, having driven for Ferrari from 2010 to 2014, couldn't help but reminisce about his own roller coaster ride with the Scuderia. While he flirted with championship glory during his time there, ultimately, he left the Ferrari camp feeling a tad bruised and disillusioned. Yet Alonso isn't blind to the immense challenge and pressure that Hamilton will encounter donning the red overalls. With 7 championship titles under his belt, the Brit's arrival could be just the spark Ferrari needs to reignite their championship dreams. With a blisteringly quick car already at their disposal, as last season's performances attested, Alonso knows that Hamilton's prowess could be the game changer, especially when it comes to single lap pace. When talking about Ferrari's recent progress, he said, "Ferrari had a very fast car and were fighting for big things. Maybe Lewis can bring that extra fight for the championship. The car is there. Even last year, with a very dominant Red Bull car, Ferrari were able to match the lap time and be faster than them in most of the qualifying, so the car should be fast enough." Fernando Alonso isn't mincing his words when it comes to Lewis Hamilton's supposed childhood dream of joining Ferrari. While the two have shared their fair share of respectful nods on the track over the years, Alonso isn't afraid to throw a little shade Hamilton's way when the opportunity arises. Remember that spicy collision at Spa back in 2022? Alonso certainly hasn't forgotten, once quipping that the 7-time world champion, quote-unquote, only knows how to drive and start in first. And now, Alonso's not holding back once again, casting doubt on Hamilton's supposed yearning to don the red suit of Ferrari. According to the Spanish speedster, Hamilton's Ferrari fantasies might have been more fiction than fact just a year ago. He raised an eyebrow when he caught wind of Hamilton's bold leap to Ferrari, especially considering the Brit's past declarations of undying loyalty to Mercedes and his dreams of retiring with the Silver Arrows. He told the media, "It was not his childhood dream 12 months ago. I hope he enjoys the experience. I think it's a very special team. It is more special when you win, and that's the thing. You need to win." Aston Martin's team principal, Mike Crack, is pulling out all the stops to keep Fernando Alonso firmly in the driver's seat. With whispers of Mercedes lurking in the shadows, Crack isn't taking any chances. He's revealed to the media that Aston Martin is gearing up to lay a lucrative offer on the table, a shiny new 2-year contract for Alonso. And there's more. Crack isn't just talking business. He's wearing his heart on his sleeve. He's confessed that the entire Silverstone squad has fallen head over heels for the Spanish speedster since his arrival from Alpine in 2023. It's not just about keeping Alonso in the driver's seat. It's about keeping the heart and soul of Aston Martin's racing dreams alive and kicking. Crack said, "I think the silly season has started much earlier than we were anticipating. We knew that it was always going to be an exciting year with a lot of speculation. But to be honest, we love Fernando. We have a very good relationship with Fernando. We have a relationship where he is an integral member of the team. We have a relationship that is based on trust and openness. We would be delighted, honestly, to continue with Fernando in a 25 and the years after." What do you think? Will Fernando Alonso stay true to the one who loves him, or will temptation get the better of him? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell for the hottest F1 news.